Hello everyone, how are you doing? My name is Solomon Namble, Mama Pitimop. How are you doing, guys? I'm doing so fantastic. I'm doing so well. I've been preparing so hard and I feel right now I am ready for the Breaking the Silence 2023 on HIV AIDS stigma in the African communities. I am so excited. This is why I am here today. I am trying to prepare all my international guests. All my international guests that are coming in the Breaking the Silence 2023. This is your video. If you know you have a visa, you have a ticket, you have your invitation letter, you're ready to fly, this is your video. I love you so much. But before I go into the video, the actual content, I just want to say thank you so much to my lovely people that are following me on YouTube. Thank you for people that are following me on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. And thanks to the people that are sharing these videos on TikTok, on WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter. If you're sharing in a good way, I love you so much. Special thanks to all the people that are at KIVA EBULAYA WhatsApp group. I salute you guys. We started this group. It's so amazing. People are sharing their testimonies. People are sharing their experiences. People are helping out each other. And guess what? I'm not even always there, but what is there, it's so cooking. So if you want to join the WhatsApp group, KIVA EBULAYA WhatsApp group, the link is below in this video. So today we are going to talk about the immigration questions at the airports. Once you land at Toronto Pearson Airport, what are the questions most likely they are going to ask you? By the way, these questions, you can use them to any country where you're traveling. It doesn't have to be only Canada. But I'm doing it just to prepare my guests because I love them so much. So we are coming back with the immigration airport questions shortly after this break. Do not go anywhere. Welcome back from the commercial break. So these are the questions. I categorize them into 5, okay? And I'm gonna explain each of them. So the first question is always about the purpose of your visit. The first question, once you land at the airport, you go to the window. The first question the immigration officer is going to ask you is about the purpose of your travel. So make sure that you read your invitation letter. Make sure you know all the content in the invitation letter. So the first question is going to be, where are you coming from? For my guests, you could say I'm coming from Uganda, or I flew from Entebbe Airport. The second question is going to be, what is the purpose of your visit? They're going to ask you, why are you here? Sometimes it's like, what is the purpose of your visit? Why are you here? You just have to answer them. I'm here to attend Breaking the Silence HIV AIDS International Conference. If it's a family visit, I'm here to visit my family. If you're just on a tourist, I'm here to see your city. Okay, the second question is, it's going to be about, depending on the answer, if it's the conference, how do you going to benefit from this conference? Because the immigration officer may want to know, why are you really traveling from Uganda to come to Canada and attend the conference? So in simple words, you could be saying that maybe I'm a social worker, I'm a community worker, I work with HIV, I'm a researcher, and attending this conference is going to help me out with more data. I work with HIV, people living with HIV, I work with orphans. So anything, any reason that you think is going to benefit you. If it's about family, then you can see it's been a long time I haven't seen my family, that's why I'm here. If it's about tourists, I'm here to see your city. I'm going to visit Niagara Falls, CN Tower, anywhere that you expect to visit, or the purpose of your travel. The next likely question is going to be, are you traveling with your family? So that answer is either yes or no. Are you traveling in a group? That answer is either yes or no. So that's the first category of the question, the purpose of your visit. The second question is going to be about the background check. Now listen very carefully. At this moment, the migration officer knows the reason why you want to enter Canada or any other country. Now they want to know your background. Who are you? So they're going to ask you, what is your occupation? At this moment, when you hear this question, it's about, do you have a job? Hello? Remember, you have a tourist visa. All my guests, you guys are having a tourist visa. The idea with the tourist visa, you come in the country and you must exit, because it's not a work permit, it's not a study permit, it's not a permanent residence visa, it's a visitor's visa. So you must exit. So it is important to tell the migration officer that you have a job and a permanent job, and that job is waiting for you when you go back. So when they ask you what's your occupation, you have to mention your job. And the next question is going to be, do you have anything to declare? That's what they ask. So this question is tricky. You guys, sometimes when you're coming, you have friends here, they tell you, oh, bring me muzigo, ndetera ku muzigo, ntwalira ku byenyanja, ntwalira ku nsenene, ntwalira. You need to know the kind of foods that they are not allowed to bring in Canada. Otherwise, a lot of people get in trouble for carrying stuff or vegetables or fish that is not allowed in the country. At this time, they want to know if you're declaring anything that is not supposed to be coming into Canada. So if you have, sometimes they used to give us those papers, the declaration papers, actually in the plane before even you come in. So if you say you don't have anything to declare and they check your bags and they find stuff, they will ask you, are you the one who packed your bags? You said you don't have anything to declare. So be very careful when you're answering that question. That question also goes to people who travel with alcohol, you know, people who bring in alcohol. Alcohol is very sensitive. You have to know the amount of the amount of alcohol that you can bring in the country. Also, that question will be followed by, do you have any cash with you? Have you traveled with more than maybe $10,000 on you? So it comes in different ways. At this moment, the immigration officer wants to know if you have any cash on you. Okay, so please declare $500, $600, $700. If you have $1 million, it's gonna be a big question. Why are you bringing $1 million in Canada? So be very careful when you're answering that question. The next question is going to be about your travel history. Guys, pay attention. Remember, the immigration officer, as they're asking you these questions, they are sometimes typing, sometimes opening your passport. So make sure you're very much aware what is in your passport. Make sure you're very much aware what you're talking, because they're already putting you in the system. Remember, they took your fingerprints, hello, and your fingerprints stay on the system for 10 years. So your profile is already in front of him or in front of her. She's reading you up. She's like typing or checking your passport. So be very careful with what you're answering. And this time they ask you, have you been to Canada before? So if you've been to Canada before, it's your second time, your third time, you're like, yes. Did you pass USA? I don't know why they ask this question. Did you pass via USA? So if you had a connecting flight via USA, please, you have to say yes. And how many countries have you traveled to? Sometimes they ask. So if you're a first-time traveler, this is how you're supposed to answer it. Or I haven't been to any country. It's my first time to fly and it's been an amazing journey. And I'm so excited to see your country. This is my first trip. So be real if you haven't traveled. If you have traveled, just say, yes, I visited Dubai. I lived in Dubai before. I visited Turkey. I visited USA, England, wherever you've been. Remember, they have the passport. They are seeing all the stamps and they have your profile. So you can't lie, okay? Those are the questions that they usually ask. How many countries you've been to, if it's your first time to fly. The next question, it's very, very sensitive. It's about your criminal record. Pay attention how I'm categorizing these questions. You have to know when you hear this question, it's about criminal, it's about travel, it's about this. So it's about the criminal record. The question is, have you ever been convicted of any serious offense? My dear, they have your fingerprints. Say the truth. Say the absolute truth. If you've ever committed a serious offense, please declare it. If not, just say no. So don't be shocked. They always ask. They also ask, have you ever been deported from any country? A lot of people are being deported from countries and they don't realize they're being deported, and it's on the system that you've been deported. So if you've ever landed on any airport and you didn't make it through, or you didn't check out, you didn't go in the country, and they requested you to go back where you're coming from, that is deportation. You better say yes, because if you say no, they'll still know, they'll still find out. Okay, so be truthful to that question. Now, the last question. These are the most common questions, guys. I told you I'm not giving you everything. These are just tips. If you feel that I've left out any question, please type it down there. So the next question is going to be about your residence. So they're going to ask you, how long do you plan to be here? How long do you plan to be here? Most of the time, that's the question. That's how it comes. So at this moment, you have to know how many days are on your return ticket. Again, you have a visitor's visa. Please, with a visitor's visa, you have to exit. It doesn't matter. After 6 months, 3 months, wherever, you have to go back to your country once you have a visitor's visa. So at this moment, you have to declare the days on your ticket, your return date. So you have to come. The conference is 3 days. You're here maybe up to the 30th. So you have to say 5 business days, 10 business days, 14 business days, whatever. Make sure the days you're saying, they match your return ticket. Pay attention. And the next question, of course, is going to be, where are you going to be staying? Or where are you going to be staying? They won't ask you what's your hotel. They'll ask you where you're going to be staying. Then you say Hilton Hotel, Sheraton Hotel, Holiday Inn. So please, at that time, be prepared with your itinerary. Guys, I already told you, it's very serious, especially at Toronto, Pearson, in Ontario, Toronto. The immigration officers are so serious about where you're going to stay, because we have a lot of migrants on the street. There are no shelters. So make sure you have a booking. Make sure your hotel is there. Make sure, because nowadays they really call the hotel to find out. So I think I have exhausted everything. To take you back to summarize, they'll ask you questions about the purpose of your travel. Please read your invitation letter. Background check. Make sure you show them that you have a job to return to. And then your travel history. Make sure you know all the stamps of most of the countries you've been to. Criminal record. Make sure that you're clean, you don't have any crime, or you had a crime but the case was dismissed or something. Remember, they have your fingerprints, so don't lie about your criminal record. And your residence, don't lie about where you're staying. I know some of you have Airbnb. Please say, I'm going to stay in the Airbnb. The immigration officers know. If you're staying with a family, please tell them, I'm going to stay with my family, with my friend. Make sure you have their address and their phone numbers, because they call. Now, for the people that come to my conference, the immigration officers, most of the time, if you fail to answer these questions and you told them you're coming for the conference, the HIV AIDS International Conference, sometimes they reach out to me and call me. Do you have this guest? Are you expecting this guest? Is this guest going to participate in the conference? So I want to tell you, make sure you have a genuine invitation letter from me, from the Parented Teenage Mothers Foundation, because I always submit the list to the airport, to the immigration officers, to make my job easy. Once they don't find your name on the list, they will reach out to me, and it's gonna be very tough for me to really answer that I'm expecting you. That means I'll be lying. I'll be putting my organization in jeopardy or at risk to defend you. So make sure you have a genuine invitation letter and the purpose of travel. I don't want to make this video so long. I love you so much. Please, before I go, if you know you have my invitation letter and you're coming for the Breaking the Silence 2023, kindly come to the conference. Kindly come to the conference. I've worked so hard. I've prepared so hard. I have a lot of things for you. This conference is for you guys. You paid a lot of money to attend this conference. When you come to the conference, I won't stop you to go and visit your friends. I won't stop you to go shopping. I won't stop you to do anything you want to do in Canada, okay? So please come to the conference. Please, I beg you. The conference is starting on Friday, the 25th of August. Make sure, my guests, you're in Canada by the 24th. Again, if you're coming for the Breaking the Silence, it is starting the 25th of August. Make sure you're in Canada the 24th or the 23rd, the 22nd, the 21st. Make sure you're here before the conference. So the conference starts on Friday, the 25th. We have the Saturday, the 26th, and the Sunday. Friday is the conference. Saturday is the concert for Winnie Nwaji, and Sunday is the barbecue. We are giving back. So your money you paid gives you access to all these activities in the conference. Again, I can't wait to host you. I'm looking so forward to everyone. I love you so much. If you know anybody traveling, if you know anybody going anywhere, kindly share this video to prepare them. God bless you for me.